Today we are going to deal with chapter number 5, that is review of C++. In this chapter we are going to revise all the basic concepts of C++ which you have studied in first year, so that it will be helpful for you to learn the further concepts in second PUC. In OOPS, the idea is to unite the data and functions together in a single unit called class. So here everything is in the form of classes and objects. So let's see what is an object. An object is a real world entity. It may be a person, a place, a thing, etc. So let's take an example, employee. So here employee is an object. So if I want to collect the details of an employee, means what are all the informations or data we are going to collect. I am going to collect the data like the name of the employee, the date of birth of an employee, mobile number, as well as designation of an employee. So these are called as the data members of an object employee. And what are all the functions we can perform on this object, means we can calculate the gross salary, total deductions, and we can print salary of an employee. So these are all the functions of an employee. So here employee is an object, data members are name, date of birth, mobile number and designation, and functions are gross salary, total deductions and print salary. So this is how we are going to represent an object. So this is about an object. Next comes to the concept called class. What is a class? A class is a collection of objects which is having same features. So let me take a real-time example. Consider section B in our college. So section B is a EBAC combination where all the 49 students are called as objects. Why they are called as objects means all 49 students have opted the same combination of subjects. Hence section B is called as class and all the 49 students are called as objects. Hope you people have understood the concept of classes and objects. And the next topic is OOPS characteristics. What are all the OOPS characteristics? The first one is modularity. What is modularity? When a program is given to solve, so that program is divided into number of smaller subproblems. So here each subproblems are further divided into smaller subprograms, and those subprograms are solved by writing further subprograms. So those subprograms are called as modularity. Next is data abstraction. What is data abstraction? Here we are hiding the inner details from the user. For example, buying a car in a showroom. So if you want to buy a car, what are the features we are going to see? We are going to see the features like whether it is a diesel one or petrol one, or it is having an airbag and all. But nobody is going to think about how the car is manufactured or integrated. So all the background details are hidden from the manufacturer. So this is called as data abstraction. Next is encapsulation. What is encapsulation? Encapsulation means here we are going to combine the data and functions into a single unit. Data and functions into a single unit called class. So here direct access is not possible. To access the data, only through the functions you can access those data. So this is called as encapsulation. And the next characteristic is inheritance. What is inheritance? Inheritance means acquiring the features from one class to another class is called as inheritance. So in inheritance there are of different types. So let's see one by one. The first type of inheritance is single level inheritance. What is single level inheritance? In single level inheritance, we are going to inherit the features from only one class. So here, father is the base class and son is the derived class. So in this example, father and son relationship, here son is inheriting the features from his father, like son is inheriting the features like intelligence or color or height from his father. So hence this type of inheritance is called single level inheritance. Here father is the base class and son is the derived class. And next type of inheritance is multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance, we are going to inherit from one or more classes. That is, here consider prince class is inheriting from both king and queen class. So here prince is inheriting the features like intelligence and bravery from the king class and beauty from the class queen. So hence prince is the derived class, king and queen is the base class. So this employs many to one relationship. And next type of inheritance is multi-level inheritance. What is multi-level inheritance? It is a mechanism in which we are going to inheriting the features from another derived class. Consider grandfather, father and son relationship. Here son is inheriting the feature like height from his grandfather and intelligence from his father. So this is called as multi-level inheritance. Next type of inheritance is hierarchical inheritance. In hierarchical inheritance, we are going to, the base class is inherited by multiple classes. See in this example, hibiscus, lily and lotus are the derived classes which is deriving the features from the class called flowers. So your flower is the base class and hibiscus, lily and lotus are the derived classes. So this employs one-to-many relationship. And next type of inheritance is hybrid inheritance. What is hybrid inheritance? So it is a mechanism in which the program requires two or more forms of inheritance. It may be multi-level and multiple inheritance or hierarchical or multiple inheritance. So here consider grandfather, father-son relationship along with mother. So here the son is inheriting the beauty from his mother, intelligence from his father, and height from his grandfather. So this is called hybrid inheritance. And next characteristic is polymorphism. What is polymorphism? The word poly means taking many forms. Here poly means taking many forms. Consider an example. A function named addition Here the function addition is used to add the integer numbers, here to add the floating point numbers, and here to add the string type. So the function name remains the same, but the operations may differ. According to the situation, the same function is used to perform different operations, is called as polymorphism. And the next characteristic is dynamic binding. What is dynamic binding? Dynamic binding means refers to resolve the problems at the runtime is called as dynamic binding. It is also called as late binding. Next is message passing. What is message passing? Here everything is in the form of objects. So to communicate from one object to another object, we are communicating in the form of messages, sending messages from one object to another object. Here message involves the name of the function, the name of the object, and the information to be sent. Consider customer deposit amount. In this example, customer is the name of the object, deposit is the name of the function, and amount is the information to be sent. So this is about the characteristics of OOPS. And the next topic is fundamentals of C++. The first thing is C++ character set. What is C++ character set? So character set contains alphabets, numbers, and special characters. So alphabets, like it contains uppercase A to Z as well as lowercase a to z, and numerals from 0 to 9. Special characters like addition, multiplication, division, add symbol. So these are all the special characters. So this is about character set. And next is tokens. What are tokens? Token is the smallest individual unit in a program. So it helps us to construct the definitions, declarations, and even the complete program. So these are some of the types of tokens. The first type is identifiers. What is an identifier? An identifier is a name given to the programming element. It can contain letters, symbols, or underscore. As C++ is a case sensitive, it treats both uppercase and lowercase characters differently. An example for identifiers are student underscore marks. Next is keywords. What are keywords? Keyword is a special meaning given to the programming element. It is used only for the specific purpose and it is not used as a normal identifiers. An example for keywords are break, case. So these are the example for keywords. And next is variables. What are variables? Variables means the value does not, the value changes during the execution of the program. The value changes during the execution of the program. So now let's see how to declare a variable. Declaration of a variable. What is the syntax? First, we have to write the data type and then variable name. The syntax to declare the variable is data type, variable name. An example for this is int n. So here n is the name of the variable and int is the type of the variable n. Integer. Int represents integer. It can contain only integer values. Next is initialization of a variable. How to initialize a variable? What is the syntax? Data type, variable name is equal to value semicolon. Example for this is int n is equal to 20. So here we are initializing the value 20 to the variable called n, which is of type integer. So this is about variables. And next is punctuators. What are punctuators? Punctuators which is having syntactic and semantic meaning to the compiler. So some of the punctuators are exclamation, open bracket, close bracket, flower brackets. So these are all the examples for punctuators. And next is operators. What is an operator? An operator performs some mathematical calculations. In operators there are of different types, that is unary operator, binary operator and ternary operator. When it comes to unary operator, it performs with only one operand. In binary operators, it operates with two or more operands. When it comes to ternary in binary, it operates with two operands. When it comes to ternary operator, it operates on two or more operands. In binary operators, there are different types, that is arithmetic operators, relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators and bitwise operators. When it comes to arithmetic operators are used in arithmetic expressions. Arithmetic operators are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. When it comes to logical operators are used in logical expressions. It always gives 0 or 1 as output. 0 represents false and 1 represents true. Next is relational operators. Relational operators are used in relational expressions. It will always gives 0 or 1 as output. Next is bitwise operator. In bitwise operator, it operates on bits. So some of the example for bitwise operators are complement, left shift and right shift operators. Next is assignment operator. Assignment operators are used to assign a value to a variable. So this is about operators and its types. And next is constants. What are constants? Constants represents the value which does not change even during the execution of the program. In constants, there are of different types. Let's see one by one. First type is integer constant, unsigned constant, floating point constant, string constant and character constant. In integer constant, it does not contain any decimal or fractional parts. In unsigned integer, to represent unsigned integer, we are going to use either small letter u or big letter u. To represent long unsigned integer, we are going to use small letter L or big letter L. When it comes to floating point integer, floating point constants, it contains both decimal part as well as exponents. When it comes to string constants, a set of characters are enclosed within double quotes is called as string constants. When it comes to character constants, a single character is enclosed within a single quotes is called as character constant. So this is about the fundamentals of C++. In the next class, we are going to continue with the remaining topics. Thank you.